Hello friends, I am Andrea Lake and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to work on a 12 by 12 layout for Spellbinders with the Jubilee collection by Rosie Studios. This was with this collection you are seeing right now the chipboard stickers, puffy stickers. I briefly showed you the 6 by 6 paper pad. There are some layered stickers. We're going to see the die cuts in a minute. I'm just going to try to do a brief flip through of the 12 by 12 papers. This particular paper I used to create an accordion mini album with this collection. And then we have the two sets of die cuts. One thing I love about the Rosie Studios collections and Spellbinders in general is the fact that the packs of die cuts come with two pieces of each embellishment, and that is very, very useful and makes it really fun. You know that you have, if you love a piece way too much, you know that you have a second one for backup. If you mess something up, you know that you have a backup. So there are different reasons why I love this. So I did skip ahead a little bit, but I have the multicolor hearts paper is my main. It's the back page or the big frame, the white frame for the backup of the background of the layout. We have one frame with the black paper, and then I have divided the page in half. We have the teal paper, and then pink, and then that's what I'm gonna try to play with to find the balance in this page. I'm gonna try to keep or focus on more of the pink embellishments on the bottom left corner of my layout. Pink is my color, and I'm gonna focus on the greens for everything, the blues, the teals, and the greens on the top right corner. Becky's favorite color is green, so that worked pretty well. And I had the birds in those colors, and there was some greenery with those colors, so it was pretty easy. I did love the idea of using that banner paper to add some movement and make the layout more festive. I will make a change on the bottom piece. I'm gonna fussy cut it to make sure that it will look, yes, there it is. You'll see, definitely looks better. That banner is from, I did cut those two pieces from a 12 by 12 paper. And then I am going to use my trimmer to cut just, these are going to be my journaling strips, just from one of the 6 by 6 papers. The white strips is what I'm going to use for my journaling in this case. 95% of the time, my journaling is, I use my handwriting for it. Here and there, I will type it and print it. If I want to use vellum sticker paper or regular sticker paper, or if I want to make sure that the font looks, that it's clear that I typed it and printed it, that is when I will do it. But I strongly prefer to have my handwriting on my layouts. And that's for different reasons. I do like my handwriting. I do like the fact that I can change it really however I want for whenever I want. And so if I want a cursive, or if I want to just, what I normally do, or if I want it super tiny, I can always play with that. I feel comfortable with it. I like the way it looks. And it's also easier for me. I don't always know exactly the words that I'm going to save for a specific layout. I know the idea, I know what the photo is, but I don't know if I want to tell the entire story. And I feel that if I'm going to type it, I need to be more precise, or at least, that's how I see it, that's how I feel. So that gives me freedom to just play with, decide if I want a to use a journaling card, or in this case just cut and create a few use a few strips for that. And also, the other reason why I prefer to do it that way, it's because once I am done with the design, once I am done putting the entire page together, I just have to grab my journaling pen, write down the journaling, and my page is done. I don't have to go and sit on the computer, type it, print it, make sure it works. So those are steps that don't, I just don't want to, I don't want to do it based on considering that I do like the way things look with my handwriting. But enough with that. Right now, I already know the not exactly how everything is going to end up looking, but I know I have the main pieces that I want to use that to put together the clusters. So I start just that's one thing that over the years I've gotten better at, and it's convincing myself that you just have to do it. Just commit to what you think you like or what you think works. If I one thing that I'll do is, if I'm not sure about something, I will leave it there. I will step away. I'll come back, and if I like it, that's when I commit. In this layout was part of you'll see it on the retailers, the Spellbinders retailer catalog. And this was take one. Back in December, I did share a story one day of a lost box with finished projects. These were the finished projects. This layout, one mini album, 4 cards, were in a box that it is, as of today, and we're in February already, that box is lost. So the probably or maybe the layout and some of the projects that you'll see there are a tiny bit different than what I am going to be posting, because the photos I took are from the first set of projects, and then I kind of replicated them but made minor adjustments when I sent the new ones. But I was glad that the projects that got lost were made with such a pretty collection, because I had really the best time creating these projects the first time, and it kind of was even better the second time. I knew what I wanted. I was really happy, really glad with the original result. So I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, and that was to stay as close as possible to the original design. So I am adding some dimension here for my title. So I have my cluster on the top right corner is almost done. I think I just ended up adding one or two more things there. But I knew exactly what my title was going to be. So one important thing for me was making sure that there was a balance with the gold. That title has that's foil. So it is gold. So if you move your page, if it goes against, if you get the light on it, it really shines. So I needed to make sure that there was a little bit of gold here and there, and I got that on some of the floral die cuts that I added on both clusters, on the top right and the bottom left. So that was important. Then I really wanted to play and I really wanted to incorporate the puff and use the puffy stickers. So that first line or the first strip I used to add kind of like a subtitle. eh, this So again, I made this project at the end of December. So it was still 2025 and this year, Becky and I, we know each other since we met in 2022 and we immediately connected. And 2023, I don't think we got to see each other in person. 2024, we saw each other once, but then 2025, we saw each other in March, we saw each other in August, we saw each other in October. So it was an amazing year, and we worked together on some other projects virtually, and it was just fun. This photo is from um August in August? Yes, August in Colorado. We had a great time. It's always amazing to see her. So I once again had the best time putting this project together. So all I have now is a few enamel dots. We are almost done with this project. Enamel dot trios. I did add the butterflies that you see I added. I used liquid glue to adhere them just a tiny bit in the center so the wings can be free and look good and add dimension and all the texture. And all I have left is to add my written journaling. But that is it. Super fun layout, lots of dimension. All of the products that I used this brand new collection launching this week are linked in the description below. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye bye.